Went ahead here and ran our rain flow 2570, and day is kind of just smoothing out it a little bit. But how you doing, gardeners? Ed Snyder with Fresh Picked Acres of Kansas. Got a new YouTube video for you. I just finished talking about the tires on the front of my tractor. You can find that video on there if you're interested in tire spacing on your tractor and how to do that the best I could do. I want to talk about setting up our mulch layer. Now we have a 2570 rain flow mulch layer. What makes this different from other models, I'm going to point, is probably this area right here that has controls of our disc, or covering disc. That's the disc that actually throws the dirt on top of the plastic. And what's nice about this setup is I don't have to fight it. It doesn't move once I have this set. It doesn't go back and forth as it's going down. We can change the pitch, we can change the adjustment, but it pretty much stays right where it is. Now, we can make other adjustments maybe in the future, but right now that's not what I'm doing. There's two things with our plastic mulch layers that we have to be prepared for, that we need to get set up. Obviously, there's things like the depth of your plastic you want to have, how high or how low. It tells you right here that for a 3-inch bed, the bed width 22 inches, and whatever if you have a bed height, or I'm sorry, that's 3 foot wide plastic. 4 foot wide plastic, it's a 32-inch bed. If you go with a 6 inches, your bed width is 28 inches, etc. So the higher you go up, 7-inch bed gives you a 24-inch. So everything, then you have to adjust it down there as well. So you got to, and what we're referring to, get this plastic, is you have to adjust the width of that right there. So you would have to narrow that up. Right now I'm set up for the 32-inch bed because I am going with a 32, I'm going with 3 inches, which is signified right there. So the next thing about this is a nice digger right here behind the plow. You say, well, why did they put this miniature plow behind the big plow? Well, I can tell you why. Because this plow will scrape and take all of the dirt away, not leaving any dirt for our discs in the back. So once this goes through and scrapes up, then I need to have some more loose dirt, and that's what that's for. So that's why you see that. You're going to make these adjustments later on. Now, one of the best things I think Delia and I did is we actually bought these, and we've done some adjustments on this, but you see inside we have middle plows. That is called a center row filler on this particular mulch layer. A center row filler, I love it. It will really pack your beds very nice by getting that dirt on the inside. What you get is a really good outside, and then you get this hollowed out spot, and then it gets on the inside. By having the center plows, it really fills that spot in. However, it doesn't work very well if we don't make one important adjustment, but I can't tell you that important adjustment until I tell you this other important adjustment. The other important adjustment is for you to stand on level ground, look at your tractor, and verify your mulch layer is square with the world. Make sure that everything looks nice and straight. And then what you do is on your 3-point hitch is you want to work with your stabilizers, and you want to make adjustments so that this tractor does not move. This is our stabilizers for a 3-point hitch, so it does not go back and forth and shimmy. If you look at my rows last year, I did not have an easily adjustable stabilizers like I do on the Big Red. And so this one does, and it's a lot friendlier to me to make those small adjustments. So that's the number one adjustment we have to make. So after you've gotten everything set up, squared up, everything, we have to make sure this is square. All right, next job is, in order to do the next job, we have to do one important thing, and let's go ahead and drop this. Let's gently lay down our mulch layer onto the gravel. So I'm going to go easy here. So we're going to check a very important adjustment in order to have our plastic beds, our plastic mulch beds, to be nice and full. And that adjustment is making sure that our rain flows are nice and level when they go out into the field. You cannot do this 100% in your driveway for the fact that you see that it's sitting on top of my plow here. So that's not going to do me any good. What I would have to do is start plowing into my concrete to get it to drop down, which I don't want to do that. But out in the field, you can go ahead and do a 3 to 6 foot run, stop, and then what we want to do is check our level. If it's not level, what's going to happen is those plow shears up front are not going to be digging any dirt. They're not going to be pulling any dirt in. This is where we do our adjustment. It's on our top link. Once we identify the distance between this and this, will make a difference of, we'll always know where we need to go. One way of doing it is you could count the number of screw ribs all the way down, so that, and then you keep these levels. So this way it's like, we'll just say it's 15 and 15 or 8 and 8, whatever your 3-point hitch, the top link will tell you. That's called a top link. Whatever your top link is, and you have it nice and level, you can go from field to field to field without having to add any other adjustment. It says if you want a higher lift, use the top hole for higher lift. Turn the top link to adjust the machine. Adjusting top link will help machine performance. For a smooth bed, tractor operators should keep machine full of soil in front at all times. Use a sway bar on the 3-point hitch with this machine to avoid pinching the hydraulic hoses. Lead them through the 3-point frame. They mean right through there, which they are. So that's where you make your adjustment, and you have to make little adjustments, and you got to go, I don't know, you probably got to go 10 feet, maybe 12 feet, 15 feet, and then making another adjustment or check the adjustment. And you do that. If this is level, when it's running through the field, if that all of a sudden comes up to level, you're going to pull the perfect amount of soil. The last thing I'll say about getting your plastic mulch rows laid out perfect is to go into it with a well-tilled field with good loose soil. That's why I always go out with my M&W Dynadrive, or maybe you have a tillage tool to go on the back of your tractor, something like that. If you have that, what would be nice is you have a lot of loose soil to go ahead and start bringing that in. If we've done it one time where we went in with some untilled soil and we got through with it. We got the job done, but it's better. It's a much better field if you turn right around and you can have the plastic. So I think we got that figured out. That's a start for a year. We have a lot more videos yet to come, but it's raining, so I can't do nothing about that. So folks, if you like these types of videos, do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Come grow with us.